Wait, I will turn off the browser for now. Oof. Okay.
The only guy at the time with all of the evidence.
Wait, it used to be paired up. What happened? Mm. Guess I can do it like that. Why not? Guess I can do it like that. Why not? Guess I can do it. Mm. Mm. The war. Breath of fire. See? Hello. Ruru, do you ever think I can stop being a pervert? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you watch this stream, so maybe it's just your destiny to be a pervert, you know what I mean? Glitch Master, hello. Do you want to stop being a pervert? I watched a movie today. Did you know else about me? Did you know that I watched a movie? You will not guess what happened today to me, you know what I mean? You want nothing to do with destiny? What about fate? Listen, guess what happened to me today? Will you guess what happened to me today? I bet you think this is nothing but hunk, don't you? Since we don't know how to build machines ourselves, finding parts and stuff like this is the best we can do. So guess what happened to me today? Glitch Master, you know what I mean? You will not guess what happened. I was eating a popcorn and someone called me a pervert? No. I went with my... What? You think I'm fat and ugly? Really? I went to the store with my sister and she helped me pick up a few items. Look at this. I cannot wear them yet because I have to wash them, but I got a dress. Oh, dresses. Look at this. Hey. Hello. It has like it has a wide sleeve. And then I got this. You know what I mean? And finally, I got this. This I can just put on. This I can just put on because it's like a robe without any buttons. So basically you put it like this. See? And I have it on. See? You know what I mean? This is more like orange than red. You know what I mean? Have I read all the books? Of course. Every single one. You know? I've read every single one of the books. Or even more, because there's more books in other rooms. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you. So today, I did a gender affirming thing. Polish. Most of these books are in Polish because I'm from Poland. I live in Poland. Do you know who I am? Do you know what I do? Do you know what my content is about? Do you read fast? No. Usually I read a sentence and then I think along. I mean, it's not that I read slow. It's more that I get distracted. You know, I read a bit and then I think about something and then I think about something else. That it makes me think about. Someone affirmed my gender. I guess my relative affirmed my gender, my sister, by going to the store with me and picking up the clothing, you know? I like reading on paper more than on screen. Yeah, she helped me pick up those dresses. No one called me fat and ugly. You called me fat and ugly just today on stream. You were like, Lucy, you know what? You know what I mean? So Rusty, do you know what I do? Yeah, my sister's got good taste. Yeah, it's true. We were supposed to go get a taco as well, but we didn't have time for a taco. That would have been my first taco. Yeah, I do journalism. But I also talk about history. I'm having problems with paying a fine. But, you know, it's okay. You know? Let's see, have you gotten your gender care yet? Yeah. I take my hormones, you know? That's why my hair is getting slowly better, you know? Because I have my hormones now. You know? You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you feel sexy? Yeah. But I have to do my best with streaming, you know? I have to do my best to grow from a micro streamer to a small streamer. Because things have been rough, you know? So I have to do good content. Did you know that the last monarchy is kind of might not be a monarchy anymore? Monarchy, yeah. Have you ever heard of a place called Liechtenstein? You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of Liechtenstein? Entschuldigung? Liechtenstein is this small micro country. Like, if I'm a micro streamer, then Liechtenstein is a micro country. It's like, it has 40,000 citizens or something, and it's a monarchy. You gendered your gender? Yeah, I gendered my gender by buying 3 dresses today at a store with my sister, you know? I wanted to send you photos, but you did not reply to my DM. You know what I mean? But I've showed the dresses on stream. It's true. You know what I mean? Entschuldigung. Yeah, I have gendered my gender. Oh look, it's a jean. Ryu hears the voice of the brood sealed in a chrism. You found the gene. Question mark gene. I haven't sent you the photo. Do you want the photos? You want the photos? I'll send you the photos. I can't believe you never heard of Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is like, you know what I mean? Copy image, you know what I mean? Paste image. I'm pasting the image to you now. You know what I mean? Copy image. Liechtenstein. Is Liechtenstein alive? I mean, it's a country, so it's not alive. But it's a monarchy. Yeah, see, I have gendered my gender. Now you know that I have gendered my gender. Wow, Lucy is sending nudes. I'm too fat for nudes, you know? If I send nudes, the person would be like, I cannot see anything from... Do my boobs hurt? Not right now. Maybe a little bit earlier, you know? My boobs are very small. Like, I'm flat like a board, you know? You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, not much here, you know? And a viewer always says that I have a flat butt, you know? But someone told me that at least I've got nice eyes. So, you know what I mean? I think, I don't know, AA is the smallest, I think. Right? Isn't AA the smallest? You know what I mean? Also, I watched the movie Obsession today. You know? You know the movie Obsession? Crazy movie, you know? I was like, oh my gosh, what a movie, Obsession. It was actually, I'm surprised because I've been watching those funny YouTube skits. And apparently, Obsession was made by the guys that make those skits. Draw me. I'm an artist, you know? Did you know that I'm a manga artist? I draw manga. You can become a $1 Patreon and read my manga, you know? Did you know this about me? Did you know my secret? It's a movie that outs rape apologists. Wait, what do you mean? Outs rape apologist. Hello, Greater Rain. Greater Rain, did you see... Greater Rain, did you see my... how I gendered my gender today? Yeah? Oh, Would you like to become a Patreon? A $1 Patreon? Hold on. I'm gonna link you my Patreon. Maybe you would like to become a dollar Patreon, you know? You never know. You know what I mean? Mm, you know what I mean? Hold on. Hold on. Maybe you would like to become a $1 Patreon. You know what I mean? Uh, oh my gosh, I got so many subscribers now. I feel lucky. You know what I mean? Uh, hold on. I have to give you the link to my Patreon. You know? Every single dollar brings me closer to be sustainable as a streamer. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can become a $1 patron because my lowest tier is like $1. Did you know this about me? Did you know my secret? Greater ain't. I got a dress today. 3 dresses. There's a discourse on the internet where people, typically men, are saying the main protagonist didn't rape the girl, he made obsessed with her. I mean, he did, but he didn't know he was doing it, you know? He did, but he also didn't know he was doing it at dinner. A cutlet with mashed potatoes, and although it gets murky. It gets murky because of the scene where she says kill me and he says, oh, is it that bad to be with me, you know? Oh, because there are a few, you know, you can join the Patreon for free, but I don't think you'll have access to certain posts. uh, the lowest tier is $1. That is true. But but that's not the same as, you know, assaulting someone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Raider and Bear definitely knew what he did. Nikki pleaded for rescue or death several times, and he was like, "What's so bad about being with me?" Yeah, yeah. I told you that that scene made it murky. Like, oh yeah. Also, he was like, "I would like to modify my wish so that she's not crazy, but she's still, you know." So yeah, it's crazy, you know. But he also could not free her, right? Because he said that he wanted to cancel the wish or something, but he couldn't cancel the wish. Because within the within the confines of the movie, technically speaking, if she was like, if he said, "Oh no, let's not do anything," then within the confines of the movie, she probably would have freaked out and killed somebody. Yeah, yeah, be careful what you wish for. Because when she changed her behavior, he was like, "You should go home," you know? How much would you charge for an anime portrait? Um, hmm, like just a portrait, just a face? For just a portrait, I could charge. Um, would you like it to be animated? I could maybe do $35. Is that okay? Oh, okay. Wishing for someone to love you in the first place is kind of messed up. It removes the subject's will in the matter. It's manipulative, the obsession that the movie is named is after is Bear's obsession with Nikki, not pseudo Nikki's obsession with Bear. I guess so. It is kind of crazy, you know? Although, I will say that, you know, technically speaking, he didn't know that the thing was a real wish fulfilling thing, you know? He was just, oh yeah, I wish she loved me, you know? As in, I want her to, you know? Yeah, but technically speaking, he didn't know that it was a real thing, real power, you know? He was like, haha, I wish she loved me, you know? You know, he didn't like actually buy it and was like, oh yeah, it's a real thing that will really work, you know? Like he was like, oh, I just got rejected. I guess. Oh, I wish, I wish she loved me, I can spend 8 hours. I would probably be, an anime portrait would not take long. I don't know, there's a level of maturity wishing for something like that. I mean, I'm not sure about that. Like let's change the type of affection, and let's change the target. Let's say your mom doesn't love you, right? Let's say your parent doesn't love you and you're like, oh, I wish my mom loved me. Or I wish my relationship with my father was better. Which is kind of a similar type of thing. Hey, you can just go in there. This bitch belongs to a machine guild. Dr. Zon says, I wish someone could love me. I guess. That's more of a longing for something that most people are entitled to. I mean, nobody's entitled to anything, to be fair. Like, nobody's really entitled to um, parental love either. Like, are you saying it's entitled because of some biological imperative, or because there's also a biological imperative for romantic love, right? Like, if you love somebody romantically, then of course you'd want them to feel the same way, right? Like, it doesn't mean that you feel you're entitled to it, but you still want that to happen. So wishing that it would be so, it doesn't really mean that you feel entitled to it. It just means that you have strong feelings for the person. You know? Dr. Jean says love is just a chemical reaction. We give it meaning by choice. I mean, that's true for everything. I mean, true, but that doesn't have anything to do with you wishing for such love, right? Oh, I have to get Momo. Like, there's a difference between saying I wish somebody loved me and saying they have to love me or they should love me, you know? I mean, technically speaking, all human relationships are like a type of burden, right? Rusty Suzuki, with your historical perspective, do you think democracy offers most prosperity for society, or is it a myth? I mean, it offers more prosperity than the alternatives that are available to us right now. You know, I'm an engineer. Oh, damn. Do you think that some societies, do you think some authoritarian cities are better than some of the worst democracies? No. Gotcha, I can fix this, no problem. I mean, I think it's more complicated than that, you know? Sometimes you just feel strongly about somebody and, you know. Then again, I think I have borderline or at least an anxiety attachment style, so I kind of, my brain finds a favorite person and I kind of, you know, and I get obsessive, so, you know, my brain's built different. So it's not really about societal emphasis on a special someone. It's more like my brain kind of chooses a favorite person. No, I don't think it's the same, you know? It's a little bit different because people with borderline aren't like possessive in that way, you know? There aren't like people with borderline aren't this person has to be mine, you know? It's more like I have a crippling fear that this person will abandon me, you know? That's basically the root cause of the thing. Like a big fear of abandonment, you know? That forms in childhood. You know? A unique case. Ah, thank you. But you know, it's like but if you love someone, you don't really want them to um like you want somebody to feel the same about you, but you want them to do it of their own volition, you know? Because when you love somebody, you want them to be happy, you know? Does that make sense? I mean, if you really love somebody, you know? There are people that kind of, you know, don't really love a person, but they love the idea of having that person in a way, you know? Yeah. Get used to being abandoned by everyone, you know, after a while. Yeah, you don't! You don't! I heard that 75% of countries are not democracies. I mean, I, I would need to see the data on that. Because the kind of people I'm talking about don't even consider me the other person. Right, you know? It's like... You know? Like with the movie, I feel like the protagonist should have, to begin with, should have been... I mean, I felt that the girl's reactions to him were pretty aggressive, you know? Oh, I got you something. What? Ah. You know? But when she asked him near the car, oh, do you have feelings for me? He should have been like, yeah, you know? And that should have been it, you know? Like, it shouldn't have been, oh, yeah, I feel like we're friends, you know? It should have been, yeah, I do have those feelings. Yeah. Like, I have been in the past with a person in a situation when I did not have the courage to say, and the person was like, hey, do you have feelings for me? And I was like, yeah, you know? That was years ago, many years ago, you know? Like that, I feel like the part when a person's like, you know, where are you? You're a buddy. You know, that's very deceptive. You know. And I feel like the, I don't know. I guess the movie's more multifaceted than I thought, because I also feel like, I kind of feel like the protagonist was a little bit of an empty person. That sounds harsh, but you know, during the dinner date scene, she was like, so what do you actually want to do with your life? You know? And he was like, oh yeah, I want to be like a food critic, but haha, it's a joke. You know, it's like, I don't know. I guess part of it is like, maybe instead of wishing that the other person would just magically like you, maybe kind of focus on working on being a person that somebody would like to be with to begin with, you know? Does that make sense? You know? Like, you cannot change others, but you can always work on yourself. And it's always beneficial to work on yourself, you know? Where's the... Oh. Rusty says, Lucy, do you know the USA whistleblower on Trump about Ukraine, Alexander Winman? I believe he's very loyal to Ukraine. He basically denied Palestinian genocide. I mean, there's no whistleblowing. Like, it's an open secret that Trump has betrayed Ukraine, so, you know, there's not really any whistleblowing necessary. I mean, denying the genocide in Gaza is pretty bad. Interesting. It does ring a bell, the name. What district and what state? Oh, interesting. Also, there's one scene. I know I'm nitpicky about the movie, right? I know that I'm really nitpicky about the movie, but I feel like near the end, when he took the stick to his neighbor friend and was like, oh yeah, you got a real wish and it's real, and he was like, I wish for $1 billion. I thought to myself, okay, why is the protagonist such an idiot? Why not just go to the friend and say, hey, can you break this and say these words? I wish you never wished for anything. I wish your wish never had happened. Like, why explain the thing? Why not say, oh, can you do this little funny thing for me? Can you take this in your hands, break it, and say, I wish your wish never happened? Bam! There you go, movie solved. You know? You know what I mean? Wait, what am I supposed to do? There's another data point to my theory that Ukraine is not friendly to Gaza. I mean, that's not really, that's just because some guy in the US is not really friendly to Gaza, that doesn't mean that Ukraine is not. Hey, what am I supposed to do? And if I had a real wish, I'd wish for world peace, and somewhere the world is at peace because there are no independent people, and it's one world or other too that controls everyone. My sister made a good point, you know. My sister was like, oh yeah, the guy got $1 billion illegal dollars that he cannot do anything with. You know? You know? Where are the guild men? If I had a real wish, I would be like, I wish I could learn things super fast and have perfect recall that I could just recall it whenever I wanted, you know? But that it would not make me go insane. You know what I mean? Entschuldigung. What the hell? What are your observations on hormones and you? Well, my hair is getting much better. My hair is getting rebuilt, you know? You know what I mean? Also, I feel awful, but some of the scenes and obsessions were so extreme that I don't know, because it's supposed to be horror, but some of the scenes were so extreme that they went full circle and were funny instead of scary to me, you know? That's awful, but you know, it's just, you know? Like some things just went full circle and instead of me feeling terrified, they made me laugh, you know? Oh, yeah. Like, I'm sorry, during that scene when there was like kiss the person to the left, and Nikki made that angry face looking at him, you know? That just made me laugh, you know? That was a funny scene to me. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll have to grab something to drink. Like when she made that, you know? I was like, oh gosh, you know? Right on. Oh. Also, Fido almost bit a lady during a walk, you know? Fido almost bit a lady during a walk. I didn't tell you about that, you know? I mean, actually, people say that, but I excuse Fido for this, okay? Because it was the lady's fault in this case, you know? I'll tell you how it happened, okay? So My dog wanted to play with her dog wanted to play with my dog, so she was like, hey, let our dogs play, you know? They were both on a leash and they started sniffing each other, and the lady came to Fido and started petting his head, you know? And she continued, and I was like, he's kind of scared of people more than dogs, you know? He might not like being pet like this, you know? And she continued, and then Fido growled quietly once, and she continued, and then he growled a second time, and she continued, and then he kind of barked at her and kind of made a motion as if like wanting to bite her, you know? Like, I'm sorry, but at that point it's her fault, you know? At that point it's like I'm not gonna scold my dog for having boundaries, you know? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I have the power of the dragon. You know what I mean? Alright. Oh my god. I hate this. Yes. Jesus Christ. Yes, you don't have to explain it again. Fuck. What the fuck, dude? Stop! Oh my fucking god. For fuck's sake. Dude. I hate this so much. I hate this bullshit. Yes, I hate this minigame so much. Holy shit. Dude! What? Oh, I hate this minigame so freaking much. Come on, Lucy. The what? It's like, this is so silly, you know? I have to drink some Pepsi. You know what I wish? I wish this guy did not pull on the rope in such a stupid way, okay? Can somebody take over his brain and pull on the rope in the correct way? Okay? Okay. Should be okay now. No! No! No, why do you do this? It's always catching up with this. Alright. Oh my god. We did it. We did this stupid minigame. Boss, I don't look... No, machine. Machine! That was not easy. If you think this is easy, then you should donate. I wish somebody would donate. Don't that just beat all? Aren't you happy now, big fella? You proved yourself to them. That was funny. Aren't you happy, big fella? You proved yourself to them. Accession! You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thank you for the $5, Glitch Master. Be careful what you wish for. I do the wish. I wish people would donate to me more than anybody else in the world. Holy crap, that was easy. That was easy pickings. Holy crap. What the fuck? Thank you, Glitch Master. That was... How was this so easy? What the hell? I don't remember this game being so easy. I don't remember finishing bosses in 2 turns. Is it because I got a dress? Is it because I gendered my gender that I'm so good now? You know what I mean? Ounce, a lot. I never would have guessed we'd pull something like that up. You know what I mean? Think nothing of it. More importantly... Oh yeah, of course. If you can kill something like that, you can sure go in the fighter, no problem, no sir. Take whatever you need, as much as you want. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Entschuldigung. Let's go inside. Entschuldigung. I will have to go to the toilet at some point, you know? Entschuldigung. You won a splendid victory, you know what I mean? It's locked from the other side. This really is a Capcom game, isn't it? It's locked from the other side. The famous Resident Evil words. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go pee. My testosterone blocker causes me to wanna pee more. That's one of the side effects. I'll be right back. I peed. Did you know my secret? That I went to the toilet? You know what I mean? Toilet. I will kill my enemies. You know what I mean? What? No! No, Glitch Master! No! Why won't you watch me? Glitch Master, why won't you watch me? No! You know what I mean? You know? Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung. You know? You should be like, Entschuldigung. You know what I mean? Glitch Master, do you know what I mean? Entschuldigung. Have you ever done an Entschuldigung? I have to do this. Entschuldigung. You know what I mean? Entschuldigung. That is a hardcore Entschuldigung. Oh, you know what would have made it better in the Obsession movie? If, you know, when she was like, she's asleep, kill me, you know? The protagonist should have said, Entschuldigung, you know? And that would have made everything better, you know? If only the protagonist was like, you know what? Entschuldigung, you know what I mean? That would have been made it, you know? And then she would be like, Entschuldigung, that changes everything. You know? It would have been like, oh my gosh. Is that really how you feel? And it will be like, Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung means excuse me in German. Entschuldigung, you know? He'd be like, Entschuldigung. And she'd be like, well, damn, that changes everything. And he's like, oh yeah, Entschuldigung. You know? And then he would seal the deal by saying, bonjour. And she'd be like, oh gosh, French? You know? And then he'd say, mon visage. You know? You know? And then you say, la familia es complicada. You know what? You know what? Yeah? Yeah. It's true. That's how I would have handled these situations if I were, put in them. The protagonist should have been like, just for the giggles, he should have told, we should see other people, you know? Also, there was this weird scene in the movie when, when the girl was in the car with him and she was like, you were supposed to kiss me, and then she kind of punched through the car window and punched the girl. Like, how was the girl's face so massacred? Like, that makes no sense. Like, her entire face skin was off. Like, I remember leaning to my sister and saying, either she's freakishly strong, or the thing that she was punching her face against was laced with acid, Like, what did she hit her face against? Like, was it actually laced with acid or something that her face melted, You know what I mean? Entschuldigung. Yeah, I was like, why is her face so... What? What happened to her face? It was like melted, Also, why did she cook the cat? That makes no sense. Why did she cook the cat? Oh my god, I'm missing so many parts. This is like perverted justice, you know what I mean? Entschuldigung. Maybe there's parts outside of the thing. Dr. Jones. Okay, let's find some parts. Are you happy that I gendered my gender? I missed your train simulator. Oh, I can still play it. If Dr. Jones calls in, then we can play the train thing together, We don't even have to play Resident Evil. We can play the train. Oh my god. Ryu hears the voice of the brood sealed in the chrism. You found the mutangene. You know what I mean? Mutangene. Wow. I found the mutangene. Mutangene? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I found the mutant gene. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sexy. Wow, nobody is excited by the new gene that I found, you know? Why isn't anybody like, oh my god, Lucy, mutant gene? You know what I mean? Exciting? Maybe you just don't understand how important this is. And then I found the mutant gene. Mutant gene. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know how to use Krita? I use Clip Studio Paint. I don't know. I have to create my own hype because the chat is not hyped for me, you know? That there's no hype in the chat. There's no Lucy Mutangi. You know? I thought it would be like super big energy. Yeah, but I already paid for Clip Studio many years ago. You know? Lucy, I'd rather you talk about something meaningful. It is meaningful. What do you mean? Mutangine is not meaningful? What do you mean? There's a lot of meaning to the mutangine. Like, I think you can turn into a fish or something. Hold on. Ability, gene, what does it even do? Neat. Randomize abilities and properties. I mean, we can talk about something meaningful when I start. You devolve into gibberish oftentimes and it's tedious. What? I don't devolve into gibberish. That can't be. Oh my god, we're still missing parts? I hate this so much. We could be talking about... What's it called? Irish Travelers. I've been talking about the thing with plagiarism yesterday. And there's a few other things that we could be talking about. There's a few things we could be talking about mental health-wise. And gendering my gender. Which I have to say, it's been the first time ever that I went to buy a dress. And I went to the second-hand store. And I even changed into the dresses in the changing booth at the store. Which made me very nervous, you know? That's why the title says that I gendered my gender. Probably how people would react. Mostly how people would react, you know? Poland's not really LGBT friendly, you know? So, like, you never know if somebody won't attack you or react violently or... Like, that's actually a genuine worry, I think. I don't think that it's an illegitimate worry that somebody could react weirdly or aggressively or... Like, that's not exactly something that I just made up in my head that could happen. Plus, there was, I guess, an element of nervousness about doing something completely new. I suppose, in a way, that's a step forward and my transition process. Like technically speaking, it's less of a big move than taking hormones, etc. But I don't know, you know. Like it's part of the transition process, but it's also part of the. It's not just part of the transition process. It's also part for me of taking care of my mental health, because I'm building my whole wardrobe from zero, basically. So there's that aspect as well. Does that make sense? I want to learn how to convert XDG file to make brushstroke. Oh, I'm not sure how to do that. I think I'm in an uncomfortable in between where no side expression is quite right. I mean, I probably won't exactly be able to just go out in the dresses that I bought and walk around the city, you know? Like, I'm not confident enough to, like, maybe if I visited, like, some cities, like, maybe if I went to the United States and I was in some blue states or something, then maybe I would have the confidence, or in some other place that is more trans-friendly than Poland. And maybe I would go out in the dresses that I bought, but here, like, no, I don't think I will go out wearing them, you know? Oh yeah, I'll definitely wear them at home. I still have to wash them though. Like when you get clothing from the second hand, I wanted to show them on stream, but I will definitely wear them. Like I will probably stream with them on as well. That's not a problem. I do have to wash them first. They're pretty nice actually. One of the dresses is like a robe without buttons. Like it's less of a dress but more of a robe thing, but it doesn't have buttons. So you kind of wear it on top of other clothing, you know? Which is kind of cool. I like this kind of thing. This is one piece of this is one piece of clothing that I could probably even wear outside in Poland. This robe thing without buttons. Because it's kind of unassuming enough. Maybe. Does that make sense? I probably want to expand on my wardrobe, but and then add some makeup kind of stuff. Maybe I should paint my nails to some color. I guess we're just missing one part then. Right? But I'm making progress with the... I am making progress. Which is interesting. I kind of like the big sleeve one. Like it's... So greater range. Out of the three, which one's your favorite? Which one do you like most? What's your favorite of the dresses? Of the three dresses? When one of them is a robe, but you know. Which one's your favorite? Wait, have I not sent you it? Hold on, I'm gonna send you... Hold on, I've not sent you the photos of the... Okay, I'm gonna send them to you in... I don't think because I've showed them on stream. I'm not sure if you've... I'm just gonna send you the photos. And you can tell me which one you like. The orange one is like a robe without buttons. So which one do you like most? Which one do you like? Alright, let's go. Yeah, I actually like the first one the best as well. We're missing a single part. Oh. Oh wait, maybe I'm missing more than just a single part. Oh no. You know, I'm gonna wash them after stream, and then I'm gonna maybe even wear them for tomorrow's stream. You know? Lucy has there. What do you mean? Everything feels satisfactory. My three new dresses feels very satisfactory, you know? You should do small victories. You know? I'm gonna finish cleaning a new room tomorrow. Also, I feel very nervous about the whole fine thing because it's been a few days and I still have not received any reply from the border patrol, and it's like, what the hell? Come on, dudes. You know? Like, come on. Please. I want to pay the $37 for staying in Ukraine for too long, okay? Like, come on. Please. I really, really want to pay, okay? I really, genuinely want to pay. But if you don't give me the info on where to pay, then I will not be able to pay, okay? And it's like I tried to pay right away, but my payment bounced off, you know? And I'm like, okay, can you please tell me where to pay? Like, can I please pay you? I'm desperate to pay you, okay? I'll do anything to pay you. Just give me a chance. Give me a chance and I'll pay you. You know? Don't reject me. Give me a chance. Yeah? Aren't you going to dinner? I was supposed to eat a taco today, but we didn't have time to get a taco. That was supposed to be my first taco ever. Unfortunately, we didn't have time for the taco. Also, right when I returned, Fido demanded that I walk him. Fido, I don't have the patience for dogs. Yeah, but I have patience for Fido. Fido's not just a dog. Fido's a raging homosexual, you know? Welcome back. Did you find everything? I think those are all the parts. What? Okay, I'm gonna go pet Fido. I'm gonna go sniff his face. I'll be right back. How can I be missing parts still? Yeah, he was nearby here, so I pet him. You know what I mean? It was like still missing parts? No. What the hell? What part am I missing? Wait, what? Hold on, but I found it. Hold on, there must be some mistake. There must be some mistake. I found the part. Wait, there must be some mistake. Oh no. Really? Really, truly? I think I'm Kurmur. What does that mean? What is Kurmun Kurmudcheon? What does that mean? You like your dad? What do you mean? Does that mean that you're a pervert? You know what I mean? Why are you negative? Why don't Karamujinli? Why are you a Karamujinli? Are you a Karamujin? Are you a Kermit? Kermit for short, you know what I mean? Entschuldigung! Oh, I found a part. Okay, that has to be the last part, right? Entschuldigung! This has got to be the last part. I'm not talking nonsense, you know? I'm just, you know. I'm a positive person. When I'm not depressed. Uh-oh. He died. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this tiger, man. I'm gonna go out to the inn. Gonna rest at the inn. Man, this game's such a classic. Welcome back. Did you find everything? That's it. You got all of them. Okay, here we go. Alright then. Why was the text box grayed out? Ease her out slowly. It shakes a lot, doesn't it? I don't know if we can make it across the sea in this boat. What do you think? Do I know how to make repairs or what? I guess you do. Look you. It feels good to be on the ocean, doesn't it, Rio? Black ship, you mean that large ship you can sometimes see in the distance? You may not believe this, sir, but the black ship was here in the Middle Sea, sir. Huh? What's that? Looks like it's coming this way. Ship? That's a big ship. Bigger than ours. It's gone. I wonder what it was. It's drifting, sir. She is. Doesn't look like there's anyone on board either. Sir, we're home. It's Rafala. We've arrived in Rafala. It took us a while, but we can finally let you use the ship now. These two sailors will take you anywhere. You ask them to. Thank you, Bade. We're planning on going over the... Wait! Let me handle this. Let me pilot the ship for them. Bade, I mean Guildmaster. Sure, okay, Zig. Bade may have beaten me out for the lighthouse and Shades, but I'll show you that no one handles a boat better than me. Okay then, I'll be on the bridge. He has really bad posture. Really bad posture. Just saying. Nice. He's like that. Bad posture, but he's right about one thing. He's our best sailor. You're in good hands. Alright. Alright then. Be careful and good luck. You can bring the boat back anytime. What is interesting about this game is that it handles a really delicate subject of genocide. Kind of wild if you think about it. Why did the dragons have to be killed by God? Also, we kill God by the end of the game, but that's kind of par for the course for Japanese RPGs, killing God. The real atheist wet dream. Just kidding, atheists just don't believe in God. I mean, I guess the real Satanist wet dream. Or something. Right? Alright. I've gendered my gender. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go. Let's go talk to Ziggy. Ready? This is it, my big chance. Here we go. Hold on. I have to let somebody in on the... Alright. So where do you want to go? The other sea? Are you sure about that? Why don't you go talk with everyone? And let me know when you've come to a decision. Something tells me that crossing the sea isn't going to be easy. There is a reason why no one's done it before, right? Cross the sea to meet with God. Even the Yurkan would never have dreamed such as impossible. The wind feels so good, doesn't it, Rio? I wonder what it's like on the other side of the ocean. It's a desert. We'll be the first to see it, won't we? Kind of, in a way. I don't know how far it is to the other side, but the engine's running fine, so don't worry about that. I guess that's the decision. But yeah. Okay, so which way are we heading? Across the ocean? Figures. I thought you might say something like that. I suppose I should tell you. No one who's been out there has ever returned alive. Are you sure you still want to go? Okay. Well then you're in good hands. Old Ziggs here is the best captain in Rafala. No, in the world. If anyone can get you across the sea, I can. Who else would be crazy enough to try? Hello, Vladimir. Dylan Burns sacks us with his let's have a conversation about things that we're keeping having a conversation about. Hello, Lucy Good Stream. Wait, hold on. What is the thing that he keeps talking about? Can you elaborate? What happened with Dylan? How many people are watching his stream right now? Let me see. Here, free subscription. Wow. 167 people. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Or do you have to elaborate on the Dylan thing? He's talking to some YouTuber, I guess. Right? I think I will have to... This is the thing where I have to prepare a sushi for somebody. So many cats in this place. Aw. Make it easy for my mom. I'm happy with the way things are, but what? What's the but? Vladimir, you should elaborate. It means what it means. You can pull out anything that Americans are being debating about, starting from the Walpon era, and you wouldn't be wrong. Wait, so what's wrong with Dylan's stream? This is such a big village. I swear. I should... Oh. I should make more money. If they just stay here in the inner sea, there'd be no trouble. Why is that men always want to go out to outer sea? Better fish? Or something? I stole your money. Daddy went out to the sea. And he's dead? Is Daddy dead? Is Daddy gone forever? Fish. Fish are cat's food, I say. Not for people to be eating. I mean... That's weird to say. I guess I have to prepare the perfect sushi for this guy at some point. We are inside the boat. What do you mean? Alright. There's a question mark here. Maybe there's a gene here. I bet there's a gene here. Oh. Welcome back, Ray Ray. I've been thinking. Vladimir says, I'm watching Dylan not to hear a straw man arguments and debate topics that has been circulated and circulated fluent all over the internet. I've been watching him for Lebanon ground footage. Didn't he show Lebanon ground footage? Wait, so what is he talking about now? He has been to Lebanon, that is true. Greater we have to prepare the perfect sushi for stubborn. Wait, first. Oh, so what is he talking about with the other person? Okay, first let's go and check on the ferries. Greater should we check on the ferries? Do you like ferries? Look. Crater are you a fan of ferries? Pixie dust? So what is he talking about with the other American? This game is such a classic. I know I already said that, but we should play Breath of Fire 1 at some point. Diesel mining kit. Damn. That sounds crazy. Although when I hear diesel, I think diesel gasoline. Oh, so like about the drama? Wait, he's talking about debate topics of it? Isn't he talking to him about journalism, Ukraine, and other stuff? Isn't he talking to him about his work on the ground in Lebanon and Ukraine? Like, what is he, like, he's talking about debate topics with him? Why? I don't get it. What? Why? Is that what's happening? Is he talking to him about, I don't know, Destiny drama or something? Yeah, it's diesel engine fuel process from crude oil, and there's steel beams I've poured and rolled, and that's pretty interesting. Well, I'm developing a ferry village, as you can see. A fairy was born. What should we do? There's no more room for the houses. I mean, we have to clear more, obviously. Yeah. There we go. Anything new in the store? Hold on, I have to give a person roles and track your crane server. Graphics work. Bring me all supply graphics. Okay. You're almost 90% not wrong, and yes, he's talking with about how to do socialism in America, but sexier, no drama. Wait, so Dylan is talking about how to do socialism in America? I didn't think that Dylan was much of a socialist. Or is the other person talking about how to enact socialism in America? Hello, Emily. We're gonna prepare sushi for somebody now. I guess. How are you? I have to do laundry after this. I wonder where Dr. Jones is, you know? He's not been, playing Resident Evil with me for a while. That's not fair. You know what I mean? It's outrageous. It's not fair. You know what I mean? Yeah. Entschuldigung. Dr. Jones should just, give up and... Okay, I need to prepare that sushi now. The mayor originally came from central India. Maybe he's homesick for some Indian cooking. Legendary Mariner? If I tell you the story again, you're just gonna give me more of that nasty fish to eat, aren't you? Yes, I'm gonna force you to eat an octopus. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the toilet. Oh my god, I muted. Sorry. I did not unmute myself. I've been talking all this time. And I'm like, you know. Oh my god, I've been talking to myself all this time. I cannot believe it. I was like, why isn't anybody responding to me? And that's because I've been muted. Doesn't that just beat all? You mean we gotta feed this old fart fish? I guess things don't always go as planned, eh? How can anyone not like fish? It's good for you. Everyone knows eating fish will make you smart. I bet the mayor wants to eat something from his hometown. I'll bet we got something from Marcus. Okay, we'll go to Marcus, whatever that is. Eastern wind, yeah. Where's central wind, yeah? Is this central India? Alright. Okay, Maikis River. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't be a pervert, is what I always say. Shoy bamboo. This is Ilkov, he's pretty, isn't he? Shiso is a rare delicacy to those outside Maikis, but we enjoy it often. It's prepared by kneading together the seeds of the shelly tree with a vinegar into a small bowl. Then you add a dash of horseradish and finally it's topped off with a succulent fresh slice of mackerel. What do you want to know how to make shiso for? You want to get someone who hates fish to eat fish? Then shiso is the best choice. It's really good, you don't even know you're eating fish. Okay, let me show you how to make it. First of all, you put the mackerel on top of shelly seeds that we put in vinegar and put on a little horseradish. And then squeeze it together. Okay, let's thanks. I already have the horseradish, by the way. I've gotten it a long time ago. So let's get the other ingredients. You know what I mean? I'm ready. Let's get Gar. I guess we get vinegar here. Vinegar. Oh no. Oh no. What? What the fuck? You explained it badly. Oh my god. I have to mash the button? Alright, we did it. Jesus Christ. Hmm. Ay, ay, ay. I have to do some fishing, I guess. Schallpunktei. Schallfunkstein. Boring Fuchstein. Fuchstein, Fuchstein, die Fuchstein, der Boring. Entschuldigung.
Get ready. Hey.
Alright, let's do this.
Very good. Great.
Oh, we found the mackerel. So I guess we got all the ingredients now. I got the horseradish, I got the vinegar, I got the seeds, and I got the fish. So we got everything now. Perfect, I guess. Alright. We've done a nice Breath of Fire stream tonight. So I think I will go to sleep for tonight, and tomorrow we'll do a more of a news stream. Today I wanted to show you the dresses that I got, you know? And now I have to wash them. You know what I mean? So that I can stream news in a dress. Like a real trans person, not a faker, you know? not a fake trans person, that I've been up till today, you know? Up until today I've been fake. But now I'm real. You know what I mean? Isn't that right? So I'll go to sleep. Because I'm sexy. Well, I cannot go to sleep. I have to do the laundry. But you know what I mean. So I will save game. And I will do news tomorrow. Also, I have a great idea that I have to put into motion. Alright. I will raid you. Yeah. I will not strip, but I will wear a dress. Yeah. Well, you'll see how I will look in mine, you know? You'll be like, Lucy, you know what I mean? So I'll raid you into somebody that will appreciate you more than me, you know? The enforcer is spreads misinformation, as I said in the thing. So I'm not sure if I will raid the enforcer. I will raid Kid Not Kin. There you go. I'll be right back. Yeah, I know you want me to strip, but I will not strip. Okay, see you. You know what I mean?